Hey everybody, welcome to what's become a weekly conversation about the skincare line. And normally we've had Tom Sr. in the hot seat, and I've grabbed my brother, and we're going to take his mind and take everything he knows about skincare and ask him some questions. You guys as well can send your questions in and we'll get him to answer those. So what he's going to talk about today is how to take care of your skin from the inside out. So we talked about the products that you put on the outside. Now he's going to talk about products that you drink and that you take on the inside that help your skin. So what product do you want to start with today?
Well, really, you hit on a good point, and that is the fact that a lot of what we ingest or don't ingest affects how we look in life. And we think of skin, we always think of topical applications.
Right.
But our skin is a living organ, and just like what do we take for our heart, what do we take for our liver, what do we take for our eyes, we take nutritional supplements. Well, the skin is the largest organ of the body, and you know, I've referred to Leisel and her cosmetic line many times as put lipstick on a pig, it's still a pig. But reality is we paint the surface, we put things to make it feel better on the surface, but if we want to have the largest organ of our body be healthy, it's important on what we don't put on our skin. When we're talking about propylene glycol and mineral oils and petrolatum and products that are harmful and nitrosamines and all these things that are damaging because they hurt the integrity of the skin. They don't promote collagen and elastin and things like this from growing. But what you're asking me is, what can we do internally that will help our skin be healthier and look healthier?
And what products do we have that specifically do that?
That's a good question. What do we have?
Well, we have TSX.
Okay, you're right. We're right. There's a few things that we can do because we talk about skin, we talk about cells, we talk about DNA. But when we think of damage to our skin, what's the number one thing that we think about?
UV rays.
When you went to that nudist colony last week
No.
and you're out in the sun, what's happening?
No.
No, okay. That's what I said, no, but anyway. The
Oxidation, UV
exactly,
rays, yes.
because it's free radical damage. And if you look at things and scientists and what they found out, Dr. Aubrey de Grey, what did he say? 97% of all the damage we do to our body is from free radical damage. Well, we're covered 100% of our body with skin. And so we automatically think of age spots and thinning and thickening of skin from UV damage because it's apparent really over our lifetime. So how do we repair that from within? Because that's where our skin gets its nutrients, and our skin respirates. Hard to believe, but it does. Oxygen and carbon dioxide, everything pass through our skin. Well, really probably one of the most important things that we can do for our skin is have a lot of antioxidants in our system, because antioxidants neutralize free radicals in our system that affect our heart, our hair, our eyes, everything we do. And so the skin, being the largest organ, is under constant battle from free radicals that are generated from within, from our diet, that are caused from UV light. So by having a broad spectrum antioxidant in our system, we neutralize that before it can do the damage.
Okay, great. Well, listen, we've got a lot of people who are interested in what you have to say. I mean, it's surprisingly.
Both you and Veronica.
Right.
Okay.
Besides us two.
Okay.
But no, we've got Angelica from Berlin. She says just tell you hello. And Kathy Campanella from Australia. We're covering the whole globe here. Diane from Nebraska says hello. And Linda Vanderwheat from New York. So they're all joining us today with lots of other people. So what other products, I'm sure they're all using it because I know all these girls and they are product geniuses, and they've learned from you and Dad, and they have really incorporated, as I go around and I talk to them, they've incorporated everything that you tell them about these products into their daily lives. So what other products that they're probably using will help with their skin?
So 3 things ingestible wise in the entire world that I would say as far as skincare would be Spectrum-X, because it's the most broad spectrum antioxidant. This is going to protect our skin from within.
Okay.
Number 2 would be TSX.
Okay.
TSX is going to help the DNA, the duplication. It's going to increase, it's going to give the support to our telomeres for proper cell division. And what we do know, by supporting telomeres, what happens? we reverse the hands of time. And there's great scientific studies that show that specific extracts of astragalus do that. And so this will keep the skin cells younger, more youthful. And then the third would be something as simple as the very best antioxidant, but vitamin, mineral, and antioxidant complex out there, which is Encompass 360.
Okay.
Because it's going to enter vitamin E and A and C and D, which is huge for skin also. All of the supplementation along with the trace minerals that are building blocks for all the tissues in our body. Those three products would be the very best.
Okay. And then of course, water. Water. One thing I've just been reading over and over, and I find for myself, as I become dehydrated, my skin is more sallow. That plump look that you get from your skin is directly affected by how much water you drink. That makes such a difference. So we've got Katie Larkin. She says hello from Australia. So this is not very long. So is there anything else that you can tell them about taking care of their skin? Now, with our skincare line, we talk about staying out of the sun and kind of protecting it from that. Does our skincare line offer any protection from that?
Very much so. And laws around the world are different on SPF values and testing and category 3 skin screens and things out there for that. And we think about only that aspect of a suntan lotion to protect us. But you're right, the color cosmetics definitely have a great impact because they do help put a barrier on the skin. So by putting on the color cosmetics that you've developed along with me, it definitely adds to that. But also it helps the moisture to stay into the skin. And also there's certain actives in there that help to regenerate the skin and to nourish the skin from the outside. This will help with the inside. So you really attack it from both sides. But staying out of the sun is probably the most common problem that you have.
Now, Katie Larkin says since taking Encompass 360 that her hair has grown much faster, which is awesome because I'll tell you, women spend a lot of money. I mean, we're talking about skincare, but also your hair and nails. We kind of all talk about in the same function format in this industry.
Since you've been taking Encompass 360, your mustache is coming a lot
yes,
better.
my mustache is much thicker.
It is, very nice.
And but no.
But she's exactly right.
Yeah, anything that helps a woman
the B
have longer
vitamins
hair,
and everything,
they love that.
They do. But it's not just the hair, it's the microcirculation that's in the papilla that is increased. And so when you have all these vitamin B complexes that are in there, a lot of women take prenatal vitamins, they see that with their nails and their hair too. So you have all of that plus more in Encompass 360. So that's a great point that she brings up. You'll see it in your hair and your nails also.
And Angelica from Germany made a great point, not just water, but sizzle H2 water.
H2.
So.
And this is really new science and chemistry because hydrogen, now scientists over about the last 10 years have discovered that hydrogen, especially H2, works as an antioxidant. Plus it's also associated into a lot of other processes in our body that are nothing but positive.
Awesome. Okay, so we've got a lot of people who've got a lot of questions for you. We're not able to get to them today because we are kind of just going through this fast. What we've decided to do is we were going to go through the skincare line and just kind of wrap it up with that, but people have loved having these interviews. And what we've found is that products that we've brought out years ago, a lot of distributors have joined since that time, and they haven't been to the seminars, or when we bring a product out and we give all the information, they've missed those points. So as we went through the skincare line in the last few weeks, a lot of the comments have been, we never knew, this is amazing, great, we didn't know that. So we're gonna kind of grab Tom Sr. and Tom Jr. over the next month or so and talk about the products that we've brought out in the last few years, but maybe you haven't had the information on. So send us any information you want about maybe a product that you'd like to know more of, and we'll grab these guys, put them in the hot seat, and ignore the comments that maybe bug us and that are rude, and kind of glean the little bits of information.
But then you wouldn't be on this, and I'd be here by myself, so we're not going to cut all of the bad out.
Oh boy.
But really, nutrition is equally vital to skin health as what you put on the outside.
Absolutely. So We want to thank Tom for joining us today, and maybe we'll have you next week. In fact, you said you could show how easy it is to make a very just like quick and easy shampoo. How many of them on the market. Maybe next week we can take you to the lab and get you all in
Run you through the car wash real quick,
Yeah.
and I'll make a shampoo at the end.
I think it'd be great.
Okay.
Okay, so join us next week, next Monday, though, remember, 3 o'clock Mountain Standard Time, and we'll see you in the lab.